Hey comic fans, Dave here at Ground Zero. It's Wednesday morning. That means it is time for your weekly look at what's new on the shelves at your favorite local comic book store for this June 23rd, 1990 something. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it's finally happened. Dave has gone completely senile. And let's face it, that would be a pretty good guess. But in this case, no, I actually know it's the 21st century. But has anybody told the comic book companies? Because let's look at this logically, shall we? Just last week, we had the new premiere of Static, first time for him on the comic racks in many, many years, setting the stage for all sorts of other beloved milestone heroes from the 90s to return, like Icon and Hardware. Plus, who's easily the hottest, most popular franchise characters in comics, not named Batman? Well, that would be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, of course. And every single week, we get at least 4 or 5, or sometimes more, different all-new spin-off X-Men and X-Men related books. So you want to tell me that the 90s have not returned to haunt our dreams like a giant holographic foil-embossed hangover? Good luck with that. All of which brings us to this week's blockbuster, the most anticipated book we've had here in quite a long time. That is Spawn Universe. After more than 300 consecutive issues of the solo Spawn title, Terrible Todd has decided to blow up the universe, spin off some new characters, premiere some new books, which he will be doing throughout the year, but it all starts right here. Now you're thinking, that sounds colossal. How many millions of copies did they print of this book? And I'm glad you asked that, because I happen to know the print run. The print run on this particular book was 211,000 copies, counting all the different covers. Yeah, that's a kind of paltry number, considering that Spawn #1 sold 1.7 million back in the 90s. But let's face it, the 90s were a very different time. Now, all that being said, 211,000 copies notwithstanding, this is a book most every comic fan is really going to want. Even if you haven't read Spawn in decades, just to see if any of that magic still remains, plus just out of curiosity for what new characters are going to be premiering. And they're going to be spinning several out of this book. In August, we get King Spawn. In October, Gunslinger Spawn. And in December, a team book called The Scorched. All premiering, all starting with their genesis right in this book. Now, as befits a book like that these days, you'll get lots of different covers, including these two by Terrible Todd himself, and several different variant covers drawn by J. Scott Campbell, like this one of Medieval Spawn, this one of Gunslinger Spawn, this one of I don't know who he is Spawn, but he's got cool wings. And we get this one, which is certainly eye-catching. True story. I asked Michael last night, well, who is this character? And he said, I don't know. I've just been calling her She-Spawn, which he thought was hilarious because, I mean, She-Spawn is obviously a pretty terrible 90s sounding title. All it needs is an umlaut. But we thought, hey, for this video, we need to look it up and actually get the title correct. So we did. And there you are. She-Spawn. You can't get much more 90s than this. Obviously, sporting giant, massive, huge guns. Nice pair there. Gravity defying with chains and all the kind of stuff. You really can't get much more 90s than this. Which, Spawn premiered 29 some odd years ago. So go Spawn. It's amazing to see that run. Almost as impressive as the run of his slightly better looking older brother, and that is Sonic the Hedgehog, who actually hits 30 right now. We get the 30th anniversary issue because he premiered 30 years ago, I think, this month. Either way, Spawn fans may want this as well as Sonic fans because they're practically twins. Okay, moving right along. Blue Flame, nothing particularly spectacular about that, except it does hit the big number 2. So congratulations on Blue Flame. Hope it's a healthy one for you. Moving over to DC, well, it wouldn't be a DC week without some new Batman titles. This one actually is of note because Batman Reptilian is by Garth Ennis and Liam Sharp, two creators that I actually like quite a bit. Ennis, you never quite know what you're getting with Ennis, but when he's on, he is really on. As befitting, you'd expect this is a very dark, moody tale. Liam Sharp's art is not like anything else he has done, very much channeling his inner Dave McKean or Ben Templesmith. Either way, it's worth a look. You'll probably know right away if you like this one or not, probably based on the art. Other books from DC this week, well, we get Batman Superman, which I'm just holding up there because it's got Cowboy Batman. Can't go wrong with Cowboy Batman. Batman also hangs over the Justice League book, as he always does, but the important thing here is it's got Black Adam. I frankly love Black Adam, so DC, you had me at Black Adam. Also from DC, Robin. I have no idea why I'm showing you this book other than it's here, and it's, I think, the 3rd issue. And Robin's actually been pretty popular. Kind of a big comeback for Robin. We also get Infinite Frontier. Now, the big thing about this one is it's got President Superman in it. People have been going nuts for President Superman. So I can't entirely explain it, but either way, he's here. So that will make people want to pick up Infinite Frontier. Just a couple more from DC. Superman. Well, this one's noteworthy because you'll notice a little tagline there. Is this the end of Superman? Well, I'm not going to spoil it for you, except it could be. Last book, I don't know if there's anything special about this book, but I really liked this cover. This is for the newest issue of Wonder Woman, one of the variants that they do. It's pretty neat, so if you like neat covers, this one may need to go on your wall. Moving over to Marvel, not really as much that I was particularly excited about from Marvel. Closest thing was this one, Fantastic Four Life Story. I'm the wrong guy to judge this book because I love the Fantastic Four. I say that just about every week. And this is a really neat high concept series from them. So really, you're either buying this or you're not. And if you are, well, you just need to know it's here. Also from Marvel, a book that just doesn't excite me at all, but maybe somebody out there will be excited about Gamma Flight. It spins out of Hulk. I like Hulk, and it's got a lot of green in it. So I don't know what to say about this book. You know, you either want it or you don't. Gamma Flight. It's here. A couple more books, because you can never have too many X books, including certainly Way of X. So, way to go, Way of X. Wolverine, because, you know, okay, I'm running out of things to say about these books, but it's Wolverine. It's got purple on the cover, so there you go. It's purple. One final book from Marvel, because obviously I'm running on empty here, and that is Darth Vader from Star Wars. This is part of the War of the Bounty Hunters crossover. Yeah, again, nothing I can say about this book. It's Darth Vader. It's going to sell. I will sell out because everybody has loved the War of the Bounty Hunters crossover. Okay, moving right along to trades because, wow, I'm done for here today. Star Wars Darth Vader. This collects the 2nd run of books from Greg Pak. First one I've had to restock a bunch of different times. People really like this series. So you need to know the new trade is out and it's here, and get it before I run out and you have to wait on me to restock it again, because that's going to happen. Also, a book that I really liked, so ignore the toilet on the cover, is Transmetropolitan. Warren Ellis did some of his best work, I think, on this book, short maybe of Next Wave and Planetary. It's good stuff. Dark black humor. If you like dark black humor, this is a book you absolutely have to read. And it's, it's available in a nice big thick version. So Transmetropolitan, I think we're up to volume 5. So, we've got 1 through 4, must read. Let's see. I haven't actually read this one, but Monsterverse, Titanthology. If this is the first time somebody's thought to combine the words Titan and Anthology, I'd be amazed. Either way, Titanthology is here. That's just a clever name, and it's got Godzilla and King Kong and all sorts of cool monsters in it. Speaking of monsters that are not quite as large, Ice Cream Man. This is a series that snuck up on everybody. And frankly, now everybody is clamoring for more Ice Cream Man. So if you haven't discovered it yet, well, you definitely want to go to the trades because the back issues are very expensive. But either way, we're keeping the trades in, and this is the 6th volume. It's the newest one. It's in this week. Uno más, one more book because I'm starting to ramble at this point, and that is Mighty Justice League 52 Omnibus. I know there's a lot of division out there about the new 52. I liked them, and honestly, this was about as good a straightforward Justice League series as you can get. Jeff Johns writing most of it, Jim Lee doing the art for the first dozen or so issues. This is class stuff. If you like comic books, if you like superhero comic books, this is about as quintessential as it gets, and it's here now in a book that could smash the mightiest of insects, and we've got it. So there you go. There you have it. I didn't even have a single mention of cucumbers this week, unless you count that one, and most of you probably will. So either way, I'm just shy of getting my cookies. So folks, same as always, if you can't have what you want, just be happy having the 90s. Folks, be safe. We'll see you shortly.